y'all, it's Betsy, and today we have another Disney World Top 10 list. Now, to start this off, this is my family's Top 10 list, and for your family, it may be different depending on your children's ages and the characters and things that you like. Now, my children are 11 and older, and these are things that we have done with them in the past, as well as our most recent trip to Disney World. Now, I'm sure this list will probably change when the Star Wars land opens, because my middle son is absolutely obsessed with Star Wars, which you'll be able to tell from my list. Now, number 10 is a newer ride, and it's Alien Swirling Saucers. Now, this isn't our favorite thing to do, but it's cute. Toy Story Land is themed extremely well. Smaller children will like this. It's just not a big thrill ride, and there's not a lot of story to it. So it's something fun to do, but it is not like we've got to do it every time we go. Number 9, we do this every single time, and I love this attraction. It's the Walt Disney Presents, which you get to tour all of Walt Disney's, like getting started for his animation studio, getting started with Disneyland, Disney World. You get to see one of his desks, the different technologies that they used in animating a lot of the older movies. It is so amazing. And then you get to do a movie afterwards, if you want to, that is Walt Disney's life story, and it is narrated by Julie Andrews, which is the original Mary Poppins, and it is fantastic. If you are a history buff or a Disney buff, it is a must-do. And whenever it's hot during the summer, it's a great place to go cool off as well. But it is very, very interesting. And the reason why it's so low on our list is because there are a lot of great attractions out at Hollywood Studios, but this one to me is a definite must-do. Number 8 is the Hollywood Tower of Terror. The only reason this one is so low on our list is because Cameron, my youngest, he will ride it. He is absolutely terrified of it. It is a scary ride, but it is amazingly themed. It is based on the original Twilight Zone. The theming in the hotel, just everywhere you look, the Imagineers, the touches are just so phenomenal. But for little kids, anyone who's kind of squeamish of heights, you may want to stay away from, but it is absolutely awesome. We love it, everyone except for Cameron. Now, number 7 is the Jedi Training Trials of the Temple. And this is really cool if you have a Star Wars fan who is under the age of 12. The kids get to get up there and they do Jedi training, and it is really a neat show to watch. My only thing is, I wish that they would include some bigger kids, or take into account that some bigger kids are on a different level, that, you know, like my son Cuttin, he's autistic, he has Asperger's, and absolutely loves Star Wars, but hasn't been able to do it because our first trip to Disney World was when he was 13, because he didn't like to travel much, and he hasn't been able to do it. That's my only critique of it. But the kids love it, especially if you have a Star Wars fan. It's awesome. Now, number 6 is Toy Story Midway Mania. This can cause some competition in your family. It is a fun ride. You wear 3D glasses, you have blasters attached, and you shoot at targets. It's old school carnival with new technology. It is a whole lot of fun. Number 5 is the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. My husband is a huge Indiana Jones fan, and getting to look at the behind the scenes, how the stunts are created, how things are set up, is really, really neat. And if you have someone that is interested in acting, like both Caden and Nadia have been involved in theater, getting to see the behind the scenes look is really, really awesome. Plus, it's just a whole lot of fun to watch. Now, number 4 is Star Tours. We love Star Tours. And I'm not even that big of a Star Wars fan, don't kill me, but it's never been my favorite. But Caden is absolutely obsessed with Star Wars. And I love that every single time that you go through and ride it, you get a different experience, and the theming outside is so neat. I'm not sure if it's gonna get moved or what's gonna happen whenever Star Wars Land opens, but it is really neat. And to me, it's not anything scary for, you know, the 6 and up crowd, but for younger, it can be. And if you're prone to motion sickness, you might wanna stay away from it. Number 3 on my list is another new one, and that's Slinky Dog Dash. It is something fun, I think, for most of the family. 5 and up, little ones can get scared of it. I don't remember what the height requirement is on it, but it is amazing, again, with the theming of the ride. There's so much to look at, and we're big Toy Story fans anyway. So we love the Slinky Dog Dash. And again, it's nothing, it's thrilling without being too thrilling, you know what I mean? Number 2 on my list, no, I didn't miss one. Number 2 on my list is Fantasmic. It is an amazing, amazing show. I do recommend, if you're trying to do Fantasmic, to either do a dining package or get fast passes to get good seats for it. But it is so cool. I mean, I don't even know how to describe it, and I don't want to ruin it if you haven't seen it, but to me, it is a definite must do. It is an awesome, awesome show. And number 1 for my family on our list is Rockin' Roller Coaster. It is a thrill ride, but Cameron is not scared of that one. He absolutely loved Rockin' Roller Coaster with Aerosmith. Now, I'm not sure if they're gonna be doing any changes to the theming of it. I know that it's coming up on like contract ends, so who knows what's going to happen. But it is the only ride out at Walt Disney World at this point that goes upside down. It is so neat. And it is a dark ride, and it is really, I mean, you go fast, super cool, definite must do if you have bigger kids. This is not something for small ones. And that one does have a height requirement of 48 inches, I'm sure of, because whenever the first time we went, Cameron was not tall enough to ride it. So no one rode it till we all could. But again, definite recommend. It is, the theming is really neat, and again, that's one of the things that I adore about Walt Disney World is the theming. Everything to me is done to a T. For the most part, it doesn't seem rushed through. They spend a lot of time when they build their attractions and try to make things, most of the things out there, very family friendly. Now, a couple of honorable mentions that we like to do are the Beauty and the Beast live stage show. I'm a big Beauty and the Beast fan, as you know, and it is a neat show. It feels a little rushed and it feels a little dated at this point, but it is still really cool, or at least it is to me. Also, The Voyage of the Little Mermaid, another one, great show. They have a Frozen sing-along if you have Frozen fans. Plus they have Disney Junior out there, so there's a lot to do. And a lot of people will say it's a half-day park, but for me and my family, we like to take it slow, try to see all the rides and all the attractions, so we typically will make it a full day. Plus there's some really good food out there and some really neat shops out there as well. And after I get through doing the top 10 attractions for each park, I'm going to go through and list out our family's favorite restaurants that we try to eat at every time we go to Disney World. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below, and if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Don't forget to check me out on all my social medias: Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as my main channel, which is just Cuttin Corners Final, which is where I do all the bulk of my Cricut, Silhouette, Brothers Scan and Cut, all those types of tutorials. I just kind of pare it down for our crafting for Disney, because if you don't know, we love Disney World. We just got back at Christmas. We're doing an adult only trip with my daughter, me, my mother-in-law, and my sister-in-law to Disneyland. So if you have any recommendations, because I haven't been since I was a child and no one else in our family has went, in May. And then we're doing another adults only trip, which is my husband, myself, my mother-in-law, and my father-in-law for our anniversary in September. And then we have a big family trip. So I will do some planning videos over planning for a large party, because there's going to be 12 of us going, and how to kind of pick and choose what to do for that large of a crowd. But other than that, I guess that's it. So we'll see you on the next one. Bye.